Hi, my name is Susan Scoggins. I'm a speech pathologist for HAPS, and they've asked me to do a couple of short videos of the exercises that we do in our class. My class meets on Thursdays at 10:30 to 11:30, and there's other speech classes that are also with HAPS. So my exercises are going to focus on building up the strength and breath support, swallowing, and the projection of the voice, keeping the strong voice and keeping it patent and emphasizing. So the first exercise is holding an ah sound for 20 seconds, taking a big deep breath. What I'm going to do to shorten this video is I'll do it one time. If you could pause and do it maybe 4, 5, 6 more times, maybe even up to 10 times. But it is good to building up the breath support. So you're going to take a big deep breath and then hold for 20 seconds. Here we go. Very good. Press pause and do that about 4 or 5 more times. The next exercise is the sustained E. That's a high pitch, and you're holding it, and we're doing it one right after another. So you're doing E and holding for 2 to 3, maybe even 5 seconds, then doing it again, and then doing it again, and doing it. So it's a high pitch. Very good. Those two exercises are really pretty good for strengthening the breath support, improving the breath support. That's the energy of your voice. And the high-pitched E is to help make the intonations so that the voice is not as monotone. Next on the exercise sheet is the Masako, and that is a swallowing exercise. And what you're doing is you're sticking your tongue between your teeth and swallowing. And what you're doing is, if this is your tongue, this is the back of your throat. When the doctor looks in, he sees this wall, and there's the uvula that hangs there. Normally, the tongue goes back towards the posterior pharyngeal wall when we swallow, and it's part of the valving system. But if you've got your tongue forward, you're going to work this muscle here to come forward. So you're sticking your tongue out and then swallowing, and then do that about 5 times. Pause the video and then do it 5 times. Then the other exercise that's real important or very good for swallowing is the Mendelssohn, and it's called a Mendelssohn maneuver. And this one is where you just you have your lips closed, you do a swallow, but you stop in the middle of the swallow. And the purpose of that is, if this is your larynx, this is your hyoid bone that goes up and towards the chin. It's right about here and goes up and towards the chin. Helps flip the epiglottis over to cover the airway. It opens up the upper esophageal sphincter so that the food and liquid can go down. So with that one, you're doing a swallow, and if you look, you can see that I'm not breathing during that time. That's because my epiglottis is flipping over my airway. So I'm going to do the Mendelssohn. And then release. So you're holding it for about 2 to 3, maybe 4 seconds. So do that about 5 times. Next on the list is the pucker grimace, and we want to make sure our lips are, this is a muscle called the orbicularis oris, and then we have a buccinator muscle here. So when we pucker, and we're going to hold for 60 seconds. So stop and do this a couple of times. Just hold for 60 seconds with a pucker. And then the last 10 seconds, pull tighter. And that's kind of like putting a weight in your hand, and you're doing these exercises to build up the biceps. And what you want to do is, like the last time, you're putting a little more weight there. So in this, what we want to do is strengthen this muscle so that we always have good labial seal. It will help keep from drooling. And then the opposite of a pucker is the smile. So now we're contracting the buccinator muscle, and we're extending the orbicularis oris muscle. And do that and hold for about 60 seconds. With the last 10 seconds, kind of pull tighter because you're going to start relaxing after a few, 20 or 30 seconds. It's going to kind of release a little bit, but you want to pull tighter. Then there's another exercise where you're inhaling through the nose for the count of 3, exhaling through the nose for the count of 8. So you inhale 2, 3, exhale 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do that about 10 times. Watch, just kind of count in your head. Inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose for 8 seconds. And that is also part of the breath support. One of the last exercises that we do in my speech class is that we turn our head so we want to work now the exterior muscles, or the muscles that are closest to the skin, but that are also important for swallowing. So you're turning your head to the right shoulder, dropping this left, and you're holding for 10 seconds. You can feel a stretch on the left side and then a contraction on the right side. Then what you're doing is you're turning to this side with your chin to the left shoulder, dropping the right, holding for 20 seconds. Then what you want to do next is ear to the right shoulder, drop your left, pull it back, and then you can kind of help extend this muscle right here by doing that. Hold for 20 seconds. Left ear to left shoulder, drop your right, pull it back, and feel that stretch. Then the last 20 seconds is just dropping your chin. You're stretching the muscles on either side of the cervical spine. Okay, so those are the exercises that we do at the start of my class. Then we always do some cognitive or mental exercises. So one of them is a word mental picture association. With this word mental picture association, a lot of times we would do, I'd say a word and then there's a word associated with it. So if I say ball, I would have you say throwing. If I say stove, you would say cooking. So, but those are pretty easy because they're association, object, action. So we're gonna do ones that are a little harder, and there's 10 words. So we're gonna start off, and they have nothing to do with each other. So this makes it a little bit more complicated. So I'll do some other videos of easier ones, but with this one, we're gonna do 10 words, and they're gonna be a little bit more complicated. So if I say charge, you're gonna say lot. When I say laugh, you're gonna say check. When I say who, you're gonna say pen, like a writing pen. So here we go. Charge, laugh, check. Who, pen. Good. So I didn't say blot, the first one. Okay, so now we're gonna go on, we're gonna add 3 more. So when I say thought, you're gonna say get. When I say cup, you're gonna say bank. When I say school, you're gonna say down. So here we go. Now we've got 6 words to remember. Charge, lot. Laugh, check. Who, pen. Cup, bank. School, down. Park, hard. That was a new one. Sorry about that. Okay, so but then let's go on, because then thought, get. So now here comes the last 4, which is park and hard. Of course, I messed up on that. But park, hard, deal, tuna, fly, sun, kind, furnace. So I'm going to give you a little bit of time, and then for you to come back. So kind was furnace, fly, sun, deal, tuna, park, hard, school, down, cup, bank, thought, get, who, pen, laugh, check, charge, lot. Okay, not really easy to do, but if you write these down and then fold the paper in half, so one side has what you need to, the words that I say, and then the other side will have the words. So let's go over them again. So now you're gonna be, I'm gonna give you a little extra time. So I'm gonna say Charge, you're gonna say lot. Laugh, check. Who, pen. Thought, get. Cup, bank. Park, hard. Deal, tuna. Fly, sun. Kind, furnace. Okay, I'll do some other exercises on other videos, and so hopefully you can kind of work on these on your home. What's important is the exercises for the voice, the swallowing, the breath control, breath support, and the muscles of the the lips and the buccal, the strength that is here. So hope to see you in my class on Thursdays. It's from 10:30 to 11:30 on Zoom through HAPS. Thank you.